It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Pity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's That Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Pity and John.
Hope I just...
Hey, whoa.
What? I just stopped that so wrong. I should have let that fade it out a little bit, but I don't know.
She's a hard stop. This podcast is here. Hey, folks, my name is John.
I'm Pity.
And we're hashtag
That Podcast.
That's us, baby. Welcome, folks. This is episode number 88.
Yes.
Girl.
Formerly known as 64 in John world.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to count at all. I have no scope of how many podcasts we've done, but we do want to welcome you, all of you guys who are listening, our very loyal listening audience, and of course, everyone who's listening to us live here on Twitch every Wednesday.
Twitch. And yes, don't worry about the time.
Yeah, the time is irrelevant if you're listening live.
Yeah, time is
and
just
if you're
a
listening
construct.
after the fact, we just sound insane.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about the time. Like, why would I? It's Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, it's not like we're here
nice.
early or anything. There you go. For those of
No.
you that don't see us right now, looking at our clocks,
That's
are bad.
Say what? Yeah, so what LPD is alluding to is that we started our stream late, which means a lot for people who are watching us on stream, right? Because people are very regular. It's like when we used to have those cable television shows. We're like, we have to sit down at X time to watch Y show.
Exactly. And well, who knows? Maybe this is going to be like an even more popular stream and we have a lot more followers and we're like, oh, maybe we should start streaming at this time. So we'll...
That's a good point.
Give
us a good 2 hours to chat before.
Yeah,
get our chat out before the podcast.
Right. We have to
get...
there's stuff we have to cover beforehand that is not podcast related. So
yeah, mainly conspiracy theories.
Exactly.
Let's call it what it is.
Exactly.
Going down completely irrational rabbit holes, but that is what we do.
Yes, and also we had breaking news come in as we were just shoot the shit.
That's exactly right.
I had to think. I was like, do we cuss here? Yeah, we cuss here. This is the thing we do cuss on. Yes.
I love when adults or people of old age say the word curse. I am tending to use a lot of those words. Now I'm like, do we curse on this show? Yeah. But I like cuss because it also, you're making me feel super cool.
I've always wondered what's the right one? Is it supposed to be curse or is it supposed to be cuss? What does cuss even mean? But curse means I'm going to curse you and I'm cursing you out. But there's cussing. So I guess it's just slang of curse. Answered my own question. Did you just...
What's interesting, people, cuss is not only, right, where it's cuss someone out.
Mm-hmm.
I just discovered, according to Oxford Language Dictionary, that it's also an annoying or stubborn person or animal.
Huh.
Very relatable. So you can also call me a cuss girl.
Oh.
The cuss with the bus.
The cuss with the bus. What? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great song. Orders up. Now.
Ding ding.
Serving. Number 88, which of course are...
Face.
Number 88 and face. Face. Beauty face. I got face.
Right.
Wow, the audience. I'm so glad the audience is back this week, too.
I know, you guys.
Now, LCD, this is... They are what? Tell the world what they are.
Oh, we got a couple people in here. Hi, guys. Hi, lurkers. Hi, lurkers. We love you. Yes. Hi. What's up?
That's, of course, our live Twitch stream. Hello, lurky lurks. But what you were going to say? You were going to say something about the listening audience?
That we love them?
We do love them. ILY, folks. ILY. Now, this is episode number 88, and remember, you guys can stay engaged all over social media at hashtag that podcast. We have a website. We have all kinds of social, so check us out. LPD, I have to give you your kudos, though. You have the audience really loves it as well. The TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts you've been producing for the show have been super impressive.
Yes, we got a hater on one of ours, too, when I was talking about Downey, because that was hilarious.
It's hilarious. But to be fair, the hater said dumb or stupid. Was it dumb?
They just said dumb. So
dumb. Yeah. But here's what's the reality. I'm glad LPD was controlling the comments because I may have agreed with the comments. I may have said, You know what? Probably. Yep. Was quite. It's very dumb. Or dumb with a whole bunch of U's in it is probably how I would respond. Because I'm like, you know what? We are pretty stupid sometimes. But that is rude and hateful and unacceptable.
And here's the thing, that reel or YouTube short was the one that like went like did the best. So
hundreds of views. It's super fun. And that was frankly Sade.
I'm sorry, okay? Very sorry.
I think no, you weren't being Sade. He was being Sade.
I mean, he was, but also I don't know.
He was trying to.
I was half asleep. I don't know why I posted it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Your comment, your comment is everything. I want to be very clear. Pity was. You got to tell the world what you said because I think it's awesome.
So let me get to it because I want to read it verbatim because I'm a little slow and I forget stuff sometimes. So
no, she was on fire, but that's what I'm saying. I love that El Pity's in charge of some. Like we kind of tag teamed the social media between us and of course our non-existent social media manager. That non-existent social media manager is doing a ton for us.
Yes,
that's the person who speaks in third person on posts.
Yes.
Like no, that's no.
So I'm not gonna say his name, and I don't want you guys to attack him. If you want to look him up,
his name is Bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
This bitch face.
No, I'm just kidding.
But he simply
he
simply just wrote dumb, and somebody liked it. I don't think it was me. It might have been me from our podcast account. Oops.
She said like. Thank you. Like.
Because right now it's only showing
I don't
up.
Think I liked it.
Yeah, it might have been me. And I go, and yet here you are, taking time out of your day, commenting on this video, giving us engagement. Thanks for that. And I truly meant that. And I felt good at the end of the day that I was just like, fuck you. Yep.
That is a mess, frankly speaking.
Like, trolls just confuse me. Like, what do you get out of, like, bringing someone down? Like, why is your life is miserable? Facts.
No, exactly.
Science.
And it's always someone who either does not have very many posts, are not very public, or it's just annoying. And here's the reality. I do believe, like, I know we're giving it airtime right now, but I really am a big proponent of, like, put goodness out in the world and it will come back to you. Like,
yeah.
Why? I always say go haunt someone else's house, right? Like, I don't need these evil spirits up in here. Go haunt someone else's house with your evil bullshit. Goodbye.
Unless you're, like, looking for ghosts. And by all means, go get those ghosts. Ghostbusters, my dude.
Ghostbusters, my dude. What's funny about Ghostbusters is
I'm sorry, I got possessed with something there. I am so sorry.
That's okay. Hi, it's John and my co-host Emily Rose. As her head spins 360, I'm like, yes, she does that. Isn't she fun?
Yeah. What do you think of my hairstyle?
And sometimes during the exorcism, she vomits all over me. Oh, she's a riot at parties.
She's a riot at parties.
Oh, Emily Rose, hold it down. Oh, she's such a lightweight. And you're like,
I'm going to kill you.
I did not mean to hit the shade button, by the way. my palm inadvertently hit it. That's funny.
Did you just...
I'm like, Sade. But yeah, Emily Rose.
I felt that.
But let's be honest, that actually brings me to my very first
Shout out. It actually did it.
It worked. It's because I think that is mind blowing. So just so you guys know, our sound effects have not been working.
No.
Even prior to the show, we were doing tests and the sound effects still weren't working. So truth be known, before we get into my shout out of Emily Rose, which we'll get into, I tried to repair this thing, meaning it had a screw backing. So I did the Tim the Toolman Taylor thing. Yes. And of course grabbed a screwdriver, a mini screwdriver, right? I'm like, oh, this is great. Tell me how this mini screwdriver still was not big enough for this mini screw. Of all things.
Yeah. I just realized I remember this conversation and what I recommended, and we're going to say it on the podcast. So, go ahead.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then El Pity said, I have an idea. You need something that grips. Maybe get a condom. And I said, El Pity, who wears condoms? No, I'm just kidding. I'm, of course, in a monogamous relationship, so I have no concern, right, knowing statuses, etc. But yes, I was joking. So then I went to the dusty drawer, and I said, I have one. And so
Western music plays as you're opening.
Exactly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mess. I'm like, howdy, partner.
It's been a
No,
while. Now don't get too excited. I'm not using you what you think it's for.
no, exactly. The condom was like, ee! Oh, a mini screwdriver? You're an asshole. So anyway, I put this condom over this tiny little screwdriver, thinking based on El Pity's advice, because I trust anything El Pity says. Literally, El Pity could be a fake hologram, and I would just believe what she's saying. Like, true, yes.
Not
Anyway,
here.
so
I'm not real.
not real at all. I'm like a hologram. What's really funny is I literally knew a girl growing up, not growing up, but like in high school, maybe
That was
middle
a
school.
hologram.
And no, her name was Holly Graham, and she was not a drag queen. I'm like, I've never actually thought about her name until this very moment. But her name is Holly Graham, which is like the best name I've ever heard of. Now that I'm saying hologram, so kudos to you, Holly Graham, if you're listening. Probably not. She's like, I hated that fat lady,
Right.
John. I'm like, oh, rude. Just kidding. You know, when you're chubby, it's like it was easy because you're funny, right? Like, so I lent myself into the funny friend.
I am the funny friend because I'm chubby.
Girl, literally, hello. We're looking at the chubby one. We're looking at both of ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, plot twist. Who is it? Inception. No, we love it, girl. Again, I think what's the loving word people use on the internet now? Thick with 2 C's.
Yeah, thick with 2 C's.
Yeah, thick with 2 C's. I like that. I've been using that. I always feel weird using that as a hashtag, considering like my mom and sister are on my Instagram. I'm like, hashtag thick, hashtag family, hashtag family person.
Hashtag I love my family. Hashtag drop it low. Hashtag
Drop it low. Hashtag whore on Fridays. Hashtag fam. Yeah, literally. It's
hashtag, never mind. Let me not. Sorry if you hear a crying puppy in the background. He knows he is supposed to be in bed. He had a rough day today. And I don't mean
that's
like,
actually
yeah.
That's your boyfriend. Let's just be frank. That's LP's boyfriend. She got that motherfucker locked in a cage. She said, "I'll see you in a minute."
Yeah.
She like that freaky shit. Now, but anyway, speaking of freaky shit, it is time for my shout out,
Yes.
and that was of course Emily Rose. Shout out to you, girl. You did the thing, girl. The devil went inside of you. You literally that. Literally that. Emily Rose said, which means thank you, girlfriend. Thank you, Emily Rose.
Yes.
We love you, and you are a hashtag friend of the pod.
Woohoo.
Hashtag exorcism, hashtag throw up, hashtag Friday, hashtag gotta get down on Friday. Yes,
that's
you.
funny because I've actually done a parody of that song too, so that is very funny that you brought that up. So
that is funny. I love Fridays, frankly, despite us recording on Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, right? Like for a little bit, I did think it was Thursday, and I'm like, oh, because Rachel Ballinger, she usually she streams on Thursdays usually, but
Rochelle Ballinger, yar. That is that's her French name. A lot of French people know her as Rochelle Ballinger.
We're gonna move.
What
on.
would be your French name? We're gonna move on as I continue. She said, I am so done. She said, let's move on. I said, what would be your French name? At the exact same moment. That is magic. You know what, lady? I'm going to take your lead. Fuck that segment because it is stupid. It is, as our friend online says, dumb. She said, let's move on. I said, let's keep it going.
We're going to keep pushing on. Let's talk about different country names. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. Now, LPD, you have a
shout.
I love how extreme that sound effect is. It just sounds like she's in such dire circumstances.
Well, she hasn't been screaming for a while because we couldn't get her. God.
Shout out.
To scream.
Exactly. She would just do like a short scream.
So So instead of a shout out, we're gonna do just like a hey. We need to recognize. We need to read the room first, because
exactly we see you and we care for you. Exactly.
Yes. You know what? I need to be more specific in something real quick. But so right before we went to stream, we found out via the good old fashioned TMZ. Am I right? That Coolio died.
Oh.
Died. Yeah.
There's no sound effect for that. So
No.
that is super sad. No, and I mean, Coolio really was super hot for a while, and of course he's done like a myriad of like reality shows. One thing I did not see Coolio ever do was like any commercials, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
Right, because when you see people who like are kind of like at the end of their career, they kind of do commercials. Anyway, LP's like, no, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Nonetheless, but yeah, so Coolio did pass on into the afterlife, and I do hope that he is living in a gangster's paradise. Okay, phew, I was just making sure that that was the correct reference, because that would have been super awkward. It was like, that was Snoop Dogg. I'm like, oh, not a good look. Oh, not a good look. Uh-oh. Oh,
Backtrack that up.
Optics.
It's live. So yeah.
No, that is super sad. But a big, I mean, that's a big news. That's like a big news.
Yes, a big news.
A big
Big news. Also, there's a really bad hurricane going on in Florida right now. So you wanna?
Yeah, that motherfucker Hurricane Ian, ain't it?
God damn, the Ians are never good. They're never good.
Yeah,
I'm joking. Ians are
me
usually
too.
pretty good.
Ians are typically a little nerdy and cute.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I've noticed.
Like, yeah, that underrated cuteness, So.
And always tall and lanky Ians. So kudos to all you Ians out there.
Yeah, like you guys are hot. So Pancake, you're not gonna get up, my dude. Sorry, my dog is crying.
That's okay, and she ain't even kidding.
He's fine, I promise.
You ain't even kidding. Ian even kidding. The name? Ian. Oh, you just don't like the joke. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it up for El Bitty.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. We do need to take a moment, obviously, to wish everyone in the Florida area, specifically Tampa/Orlando and the surrounding areas, super well wishes.
Yes.
Hopefully everyone stays safe. We, of course, have family, friends, and colleagues down there, so we send all of our love and good vibes that everyone is safe.
And I know the last time I checked, which was right before we met up, I think about 1.8 million Florida residents, lost power. So hopefully it doesn't get worse. But it does look like the back end of that storm. Oh my gosh, look at me doing meteorology time. Damn it. I promised I wouldn't do this. I promised I wouldn't do this. But here I am. But it looks like the back end of the hurricane is the strongest part of the storm. Also, what is it? Jim Cantori? Yeah. Get inside. Stop letting tree branches tackle you in hurricanes, okay? None of this.
Is that
today.
A reporter?
Yeah, Jim Cantori. Cantori
from
the Weather Channel.
He got hit by a tree.
Yeah, tree branch. But like he was doing the whole he's usually in the hurricanes to be like, this is how strong the wind is. So he's kind of doing that today. But they got like sideswiped by not sideswiped, but front swiped by a flying tree branch. So, but he is okay. He is fine.
My word.
He was able to get up.
We've all been worried sick about this random reporter.
These not random if you're if you like weather,
I honestly have no fucking idea who this man is. I've never heard of Mr. Cantoria. I don't know what she does. I don't know what her job. Where does she work?
The Weather Channel.
Oh, so she's literally the weather. And she is he. Jim Cantalupus. What would you say?
Jim Cantori.
Jim Cantoria.
Yes.
Cantori.
Yeah.
I keep adding a little extra syllable.
Yes.
And I don't know what Cantalupus is. That sounds like something that you need Levaquin for or something.
I might have to step away for just a quick second just to check on my dog. I just want to be but
leave. Please leave. Now.
Okay. I'm just mad about this whole weather situation. Like, you don't know who Jim Cantori is. While I'm gone, guys.
So that's going to be our Twitter poll, and I'm going to speak to that.
You go ahead.
We're going to post on Twitter, because I'm going to tell you right now, El Pity is going to check on her hounds, because she's a good mother, frankly. But I want to know if our viewing audience, along with our listening audience, frankly, knows who this Jim Cantoria man is. I'll be honest with you, I am not familiar with him. I don't. The only the only weather people. I know a lot of leather people, but I know less weather people. Oh my God, El Pity is showing her talent on her doggy on camera. We love it. His name is Pancake. Lori does not realize how little this hits for the listening audience later, because they're like, that's nice. But Pancake is a dog of sorts, and she is posing him in front of the Twitch camera. I believe he's a terrier, is what we call that in the dog business. But nonetheless, Jim Cantorius she is a weather person, but I'm going to post on our Twitter, or our non-existent social media person will. Do you know who Jim is? Jim C. Or Jim K, frankly. I think it's Jim C, I bet. But if you guys know, I would really love to know. So we're going to make sure to post that. And a lot more news is coming very soon. LPD is simply just walking past the camera here. Essentially has forgotten we're doing a live fucking show. So in just a few moments, LPD will be joining us here back on the podcast that she is one half of. Oh my goodness. Why has she given me control and reins of the show? She knows better than this, but here we are. So like I mentioned, I will be posting that there. And we do genuinely want to give a shout out to everyone in the Florida area that you guys are staying safe, you guys are staying sound, and all of the above. LPD is now moving a dog through the camera lens one more time, back into what seems to be the doggy quarters, where the dog is asleep. And it seems as if she lives in a gigantic home because she is not even back within the frame. Now, of course, hopefully that's helpful for everyone listening at home. And of course, you guys viewing live, this is probably riveting content. Now, today we have lots of fun topics. We're also going to talk about the really shitty jingles that exist in the world, which of course we talked about on episode number 87. So we're going to get into that and a lot more just as soon as LPD gets back. Isn't this wonderful that I can keep the show going this long without a co-host? What am I doing with my life?
I need to tell you that I could hear like some of the stuff that you were saying. I was just...
As you should have. I gotta tell you, that reminded me. Okay, so this is it gave me flashbacks. So never fucking do that again.
I'm sorry.
No, this happened. I'm totally kidding. Obviously, things happen. But next time we're going on a commercial break.
Yes.
But this actually happened. So this is my worst fear: is to be left to host a show that I'm not supposed to host alone. And that actually happened to me this last year at Pride. So what happened is, so I'm at Pride. I was the only one at one point, and no biggie, right? We had to record for 3-4 hours. So at one point, the governor was co-hosting with me and Debbie, and the governor had to exit for some reason. And there was a little break there, and Debbie, my co-host, who's fabulous, also had to take a little potty break. So she takes a potty break, and I'm literally at the broadcast desk all by myself. And I'm trying to call the parade, and I'm doing an okay job. But then at one point, and this has never happened in my entertainment career for a long time. Like I don't remember ever this occurring on stage, on TV, anything I've done. I froze for like 25 seconds to 30 seconds. I didn't say a word. I simply stared into the camera, which I know is not the best strategy. And out of the 3-4 hours, I'm sure people were like, did she just glitch? What just happened? But the other thing, I was also not in the exact view of the parade route.
Yeah.
So I had a hard time seeing who the next contingency was walking. So I really wasn't able to even improvise. And so it was just this whole, and there was some other details that I won't share here, but yeah, it was the most frightening thing. And I was getting very close to that moment here. Like I was like, I got it. Da-da-da. I'm like, oh shit, we are coming up to the moment where I will have nothing else to say except for blankly stare into the camera, which for the listening audience is absolutely horrendous. Viewing audience, okay.
Yeah.
But
listening audience would have gotten an edited version of that. So my apologies.
100%.
The pup got away.
Has that ever happened to you? The pup, but before we get into the pup, has that ever happened to you where you're like, you've just dead frozen, either on stage, a pageant, like walking, like tell me, I'm just so curious.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, plenty of times. The most recent was we did for a pageant. We did the theme of The Greatest Showman, and the owner of the pageant wanted to do like tell me where you want to go, but it is so hard to learn those first parts, and I did not.
Orders up. Sorry, my pizza just got delivered, but
go right.
I'm here. Sorry. No, go ahead. Continue. The Greatest Showman, you were singing catch up.
Just us leaving today. This is real life, guys.
Yeah.
That's how a podcast works sometimes.
Most unprofessional, but I'm going to, just like Pride, I'm going to park my ass here.
Right.
For the long haul. Okay.
So I decided, since I didn't know the first part, and it's just so fast. There's just nothing repeats. Really. So
I know none of the songs that you're talking about right
don't
now,
worry.
just for the record.
I haven't listened to it after this, because what I did was I had the chorus down packed. I knew the words were good. So I was like, okay, beforehand, we're going to do rehearsal. I'm going to just read the lyrics in the back, da-da-da-da, and then I come out. I'm like, so tell me where you want to go. And I'm like singing, and then I just come out, and I'm like, well, here we are. Yeah, we did it. Rehearsal went great. The actual performance, get up to the front of the stage. I'm like, so tell me where you want to go. Forget the rest of the words, and I just stand there. Yeah, and I'm like, I guess we're clapping, but that was just when I was directing, so it wasn't like a big deal because I'm not competing for anything. So, and I'm just embarrassed for like half a second, and then I'm good to go. But the year, I don't remember the year, but I think it was one of the last times I competed.
1942.
Back in 1942, when your ankles had to be covered still, but the women were breaking the rules and showing that they are boss, because we are.
Girl, hashtag girl boss, hashtag
Yes.
That's the truth.
Hashtag.
Girl, it is shitty that like summer's going away because I do love wearing shorts. But anyway, that's another
You know what? If you want to wear shorts year round, come on down to Arizona. We wear shorts year round.
That's nice. You also fry eggs on the sidewalk, so
I have not done that personally. Therefore, I cannot
S.
confirm that. But anyways, during this pageant, so pageants usually, most scholarship pageants, a lot of points go into your interview. So if you mess up interview, you're pretty much not going to win the title. So in some cases you could. It just depends on how everything's weighted. That's not the point. So first part of the day is interview. It's usually always because you have to wear something other than your stage clothes. So,
a bathing suit.
Yeah, the whole time just bathing suit.
Speedo.
And once again, we're in the 1942.
1942.
Yes. So, get into the interview. I'm ready to go, answering questions, and then the county commissioner, one of the county commissioners, who I'm friends with, actually, like a good acquaintance with, he asked me a question. And usually in pageants, nice whoop, small town, not really the biggest flex, but still a cool guy. So usually in
the president just texted me.
Okay.
And you know what I said? I'm on a podcast. Bye, Dan. Just kidding. That's horrible.
My goodness.
I just came up with that. Thank you very much. Anyway, sorry to your tragic stories about.
So in a pageant, in an interview panel like this, it goes judge by judge by judge. One judge asks one question, and then it goes to the next judge. Then another.
Oh, I thought it was like Winona Judd. Just kidding. That's Judd. Never mind. Continue. Bad joke. So it goes from all the Judds.
Yes. So the commissioner, one of the commissioners asked me a question, and I answer it. And right before, or like as the next judge is asking me a question, he asked me a follow-up question. And that's not how the order is supposed to go in a pageant. So I was caught off guard because I didn't even think of like, why wouldn't he ask a follow-up question? If this is an interview, then why wouldn't you ask a follow-up question? That is a great question. And it threw me off so much that I just blanked out. So what I did, I just went, wow. Yeah. And
that actually surprises me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure people are shocked that we have those moments because we are pretty easy to make things flow and look like it's not.
So the only person allowed in there is the contestant, the judges, and the director. And so my director was in there, and she was trying so hard not to laugh. So I like left the interview, and I was like, well, not winning this year. I'm just going to have fun. I'm not nervous anymore. So honestly, I did pretty well, in my opinion, afterwards. Like, yeah, I had some other steps, but I don't care. I had fun. I didn't have to. It was nice to not have that pressure of being like, oh, well, I'm so nervous. Am I going to win? Am I going to win? Oh, what if I messed up?
Then you can actually have fun.
Exactly. So I messed up early in the day. I got to hang out with my friends. We got to take cute selfies and stuff like that. My friend won, who I ended up beating the next time I competed. We ended up competing against each other again.
Like next year in the interview, I'm not going to stare at the judge and drool.
Literally that.
But tell me, so how far along into your pageant career did this happen? pretty late into it, or what?
Oh yeah, pretty late into it because I haven't.
Okay, because that's what I was saying. That's the
Yeah.
thing that fucked me up with Pride. I was like,
Yeah.
this happens. This isn't, like I said, I can't remember a time where I was like froze that publicly, but I had nothing. I was like,
I didn't sound like you said publicly. I just want to make that clear. That's
what
that
did I say? What do you think I said?
Publicly.
I mean, let's be honestly. Let's be honestly. Listen, everybody, let's be honestly right now. Okay, we do not bubbly know what we're talking about. Anyway, I really, there are times in which I do listen to the podcast back, and I'm like, wow. And LP has done the same thing, where I don't know where I've put the letters. It sounds like the word, kind of.
Yeah.
Like you understand what I'm saying, but it's such a fucked up way of saying the word that you're like,
did I really say that?
You really own
and
that.
Not think anything wrong with my mouth. Like my mouth probably could feel the words coming out. Probably. What the fuck? Yeah, the words I could feel them coming. You know, fuck.
Exactly. Wait, what are you saying about feeling your words in your mouth?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that was a metaphor or you were quoting Maya Angelou. It was really quite powerful. I'm like, wow, what?
Totally totally profound.
I'm like, you had me at deep throating words. Yes, more of that.
Thank you. You know,
yes.
my YouTube channel is called Lyrical Shorty for a reason, and it wasn't for that.
That's right. It's like not for either. Now I will say I listened back to the last episode, which is a hashtag shipwreck, hashtag train wreck, hashtag dumpster fire.
Yes.
Hashtag all the above. But I did say so that weather guy you were talking about before I get into this, I did tell the listening audience while you were away, we're going to put up a Twitter poll and like figure out if people know who Jim Crawford is on Weather Channel. So we'll.
You said Jim Crawford?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Jim Cantori?
Okay. Jim Crawford would not be his name. Okay.
Okay, that is officially a hashtag.
I just had to. Okay. I just had to make sure that Jim Crawford wasn't just like a horrendous Nazi who's currently. I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, what? What did I say wrong? I'm sure you saw my look of fear in.
Yeah.
So what is it? Okay, I really butchered his name that bad. What is the photographer? What is the Weather Channel person's name? Jim
Cantori. I'm gonna spell it for you from
Jim
his Twitter.
Cantori.
Yeah, Cantore. But it's so.
There's no A. I keep saying Cantoria and Crawford apparently. I'm like, Jim Crawford. Does anyone know who he is? Everyone's like, no, I don't know who Jim Crawford is on the Weather Channel because he doesn't fucking exist. I'm like, got it. Jim Cantori. I will tell Jim Cantori, it's a great name, but I do think it would be a much more charming name, and I would probably know you if there was an A at the end. Jim Cantori, yeah. Anyway. I'm sure. I hope this Twitter poll. I'm hoping I'm proven wrong because otherwise it can seem like bullying. And I want to be clear, we're not doing that, Jim Cantoria.
Oh God.
Cantori.
Cantori.
Anyway, so tell me. So there. But anyway, what I was trying to get into before I interrupted
That's
myself.
why I'm not supposed to leave the podcast. I knew better. I'm sorry, but my dog needed a potty, and I knew it. He needed to go. We're still transitioning from potty pads to outside. He peed for the first time outside too. I'm a little not.
Just
sleeping.
now on this podcast.
Yeah, he had a potty on a potty pad though. But like
I
didn't take him outside just now. No, he just ran away from me. That's all.
Seems like you ran a 5K. I'm sure for the audience, like, please get back here. Please get back here. I did make the joke that I'm like, her house must be gigantic because I thought you walked into the room right next to you.
I did.
Which you did, but I'm like, how deep is this room? Hashtag that's what she said.
Originally, I was just gonna have Pancake peek in, and I was like trying to see, like, make sure he was on camera, but then my face popped in, so it wasn't as cute. So sorry, but you did.
Super cute.
But then I did hear you two like, yeah, no, he's not tall enough, and for some reason I was like trying to tell him to grow. In that moment.
Yeah, like you need to be more like an Ian,
right?
Like
and I'm all like, maybe I should raise the chair up, and then I realized my chair's all the way up, like my feet sometimes don't reach the floor, so. Not saying that this is a tall. I'm 5'6". I'm not that short.
That's true. To the chair, you say, "You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas." Isn't that so fun?
That was
Josh
so
Groban.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I don't know that was that beautiful, but
it was
I do love Josh Groban.
Aww.
I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Thank you. And then the choir, I love that. I love a good gospel choir.
You raise me up. Mine wasn't as good. That's what I sounded like. It sounded like I forgot how to
I
breathe.
just realized. I mean, I'm not trying to brag here, but I think I may have just discovered my karaoke song. I've never had a karaoke song,
I
but
would be
this might
here
be
for
it.
that. I
I
am
mean,
here for that.
So I just, I mean,
We have to go. We're gonna do karaoke in Japan. That'd be a good song for
That
it.
is very true. Hashtag Japan, hashtag karaoke. I don't know why I'm hashtagging every conversation today, but I will tell you, I'm not a karaoke person. It would seem like it's right up my alley.
I am.
But I'm not. I respect that. And I love people who are karaoke people because karaoke people have their songs.
Mhm.
You know? The only other song.
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. That's it.
Is that your song?
Yep, and I did it for a pageant a couple of times, so.
Oh, wow. You need a hero.
Hero!
I love that. The other song that I've sang successfully, only because the octave is totally in line with my voice, is Tony Braxton. Right? Tony Braxton has a really deep, good voice that's easy to.
Gosh, yes.
You know, "Unbreak My Heart" was my shit. I'm like 3 times.
Right. Just yell singing. Say you love me again. You know, like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good. And then she talks some of the words. It's a great song. But so that's I love that. That's your I love that that's your karaoke song. But there was something you mentioned in the last podcast that I thought was super funny that I honestly did not catch at all when we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you had done a reel or a TikTok for it, and I also re-listened to the episode, and I kind of acknowledge it at the end. But it's when I say that someone sits on a soapbox and talks, and I kept going on, and you said maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 times. Stand.
Stand.
I'm like, and I don't know how I was so tunnel visioned in what I was saying because it was so dumb, but I did not hear that at all on the pod. I was like,
not.
No. It's like, and I was like, yes, and I think I said the word at the end, but I'm like, I cannot believe I was so unconsciously
like you were just
conversing with you. It was like I re-listened. I'm like, wow, I was not having any uppity in that 30 seconds. I was just someone sitting on the soapbox, and they sit and then stand. I'm like, apparently she's saying something. I was like, I felt horrible. I'm like, that is the worst trained host. But anyway, they had me rolling.
That was
stand.
The best.
Stand. It was, but I was going. I did not see anything but the road in front of me. I was like,
oh my gosh,
this stupid story must be told.
So fucking funny. Oh my gosh.
We have had some winning moments in the last couple pods, let me tell you. But 88 special too, folks, because, you know, like you last month, episode, I almost said year. I was trying to backpedal. 88 is my birth year.
Yes.
True story.
Yes.
Orders up.
Whoop.
Isn't that a fun story? How fun is that? Thank you. Almost as riveting as when you told us that you were born in 1987. Well, follow up next week. Who's born in 89?
We don't know.
And episode 90 is, of course, dedicated to my sister Jeanette because she was born in 90.
Right, and when we get to 95, we can talk about my brother.
Oh my God, your brother was born in. It's true. I can't even say. I've dated men who were born in the 90s.
Okay, I mean,
right? It's like
late 90s. Yeah, late 90s, early 90s. Wait.
Yeah, you're like late 90s. I'm like, that makes them younger. Yeah, early 2000s. No, but
I convinced myself for a second. Forgot math. That's
you did. And here's what's crazy, Uppity. Like, let's put it really in perspective. Someone who was born in 2000 is not
22.
only of legal age. Yeah, they can drink.
That is wild. That
is mind
I cannot
numbing.
process that. I cannot process that. So.
No, I really want to meet someone. So if you're a listener, this is a true call out. If you are a listener of Hashtag That Podcast and you were born in the year 2000 or later and are an adult, okay, we want to interview on this podcast. We want to know what it is like to be someone who was born after Y2K frightened all of our lives. After Y2K almost wiped this earth clean of all technology and AOL inboxes.
And once we thought we were clear, all hell broke loose again and again and again. And again.
That's true.
And again,
It's simply insane. But isn't that fascinating? But think about it, like perspective of someone with 2,000, like 22 years of age. I think it's ripe. I think they're wise. Frankly, we want you on the show. We want your wisdom. I'm saying that to convince them to come on the show. Okay. Everyone listening is like, okay. All the people who were born in 2000, they're like, we can hear you, dumbass. I'm like, yes, you can. Now, but yeah, we do an interview. So, but anyway, so that's that. Now, LP, there has been. I wish I had a.
I might know someone famous, but I wouldn't be anytime soon that we could have her on.
Ariana Grande, is she born in 2000?
No, because I think she's 27, so no.
I have no idea. But I bet you, like YouTubers, like Carmela Camilio.
Mm-hmm.
What's that famous YouTuber's name? Camila Cabello. Camila Cabello. Camila Cabello.
Now I don't know because I don't. It doesn't.
Camila Cabello.
The one that
No, not
dated Shawn
Cabello.
Mendes? Like, or are
No,
you,
another.
or do you
person.
mean Charlie D'Amelio?
Charlie D'Amelio. That's what I was saying.
I bet you were talking about the girl that used to be a part of. Not is it Fifth Harmony? Fourth Harmony?
Now she's saying words that I don't know.
Well, that's what you were doing first.
I know. So Charlie Bonfiglio. What's this person's name?
Charlie D'Amelio. She is like the most famous TikToker. I think she recently just was unseated for the most followed TikTok.
Yes. How did you know that's what I was talking about? I was talking about Charlie D'Amelio. I keep adding letters. Charlie D'Amelio. That is so fun. So anyway.
Come on to our podcast. We're going to fuck up your name.
Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine if we got Charlie D'Amelio on this podcast?
You said it right, then you said it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. But here's what's interesting. This individual was born in 2004.
Ew.
Not ew. Yes, as we say in the industry.
How do you spell D'Amelio? Because we're talking
that would
about
be D''Amelio. Her first name is super unique without an E. It's simply Charlie with an I.
Got that one. That one I know because you just see
Charlie D'Amelio.
Well, she's on Dancing with the Stars right now too. This is not even the topic that we wanted to talk about today, but it's
no, but it is piping hot tea, and so is Shangela, girlfriend. So hallelujah. Hopefully Shangela's still on.
Shangela.
Say what? Started when a baby, when I all grown up, or something like that. Now, I will tell you, I do think it's great that Dancing with the Stars is a thing, and I'm glad people are successful in that. Honestly speaking, I don't watch that shit. Never have, never will.
I don't either.
But I'm not. I mean, it's fun and it's kitschy, but like I don't like sit and like I can't.
Like I'm not even gonna put it down as a hashtag. I'm sorry. Like the only reason why I like
it. Oh, stop! You better put hashtag DWTS.
For someone who doesn't watch it, holy shit.
That is the acronym, right? Yeah. No, hashtag DWTS, folks. Yeah. We love it. We love it.
We love it. So
the last time I voted. Who did you? Do you remember the last time you voted on a television show for somebody to win?
No, I don't.
I remember I voted for Fantasia on American Idol.
Ooh, yeah.
That is the last time I sent a text for someone to win.
But I still can't tell you the last time. I mean, I used to be like all about American Idol, and then like I used to be the girl on the cheer squad by my coach that knew everything about American Idol. So I even auditioned for American Idol.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And you sang what?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
One of the hit songs,
I got
ABC,
sick to.
Happy Birthday, or Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yes. I might have sang Open Arms by Journey.
Wow, good, very intense choice.
So I didn't.
I would have done. Go ahead.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So they don't take you unless you're either really good or really bad. So I'm really average. So that's why I didn't move on to the next round. Also, I lost my voice too, waiting. So, yeah.
Wow. So you didn't have a great audition, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, I wasn't like the best, but I mean.
What now? Did you see any of the judges? Like it wasn't like the big judges, right?
No. It was just you just saw the producer. So it's I don't know if it's still the same, but back in the day it used to be 3 rounds. So you would do the first round, and then if you made past that, then you would come back for a second round, like a different day, and that would be God, gosh, my friends actually auditioned. They made it further. So I don't know if that was the second audition or the third. They weren't on TV, so it had to have been the second audition. But like you're on a stage or something like that. And then the third audition is when you get in front of the judges, like the big judges.
Paula, Randy, and Simon at the time.
Exactly.
Did I love that group? That was such a fun little group. And think about how much has spawned from that.
Yes, I know. Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, yes. Now, you remember that first season, right? It was Ryan Dunkelman and Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, the Ryans.
Or Brian Dunkelman, one of the.
Oh,
remember,
maybe, yeah.
There was the two co-hosts, and then one of them got dropped. Dunkel got dropped, Dunkelman, and then I think that's his name.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all we know is Ryan Seacrest is Ryan Seacrest. So, but Kelly Clarkson, first winner of American Idol, just got her star on the Hollywood.
Weird. Who's that? I don't know. Kelly Clark. I'm totally joking. I love Kelly Clarkson. True story.
We're about to break up the podcast here.
For a moment like this. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson was super impressive. I loved her. She's super pretty too. I remember that whole. And what was the other guy? The
Justin.
Was it Justin?
Justin Guarini, who is the.
I was going to say Tamburini. Oh, he does. Well, he's the Dr. Pepper guy.
Yeah, the Dr. Pepper commercials with that guy who's like, "Oh, baby," or some whatever.
Wow, yeah. I had no idea.
That's him. So.
Wait, I'm confused. What this has happened? This is actually recent. He's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he looks kind of like Prince a little bit in these. That is super fascinating. Yeah. I had no idea that was Justin Guarini.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, girl, getting work out there.
Yeah, I don't know how I knew that. How do you spell Guarini? I think I.
That would be Guarini. And that's based on what I believe. I believe to be true.
I believe the love is the answer.
Me and my siblings all know a lot of church songs, not because we were active churchgoers, but because in the middle of the night, no true story, in the middle of but there was time, we know Catholic hymns, girl, we know Amen very well. But there are other songs, like the hit songs.
Amen.
Girl, I know that one too. Isn't it funny how we know the inflections of the amens? It's like, girl, who started all that?
Right. What?
That is nuts. It's like, or hallelujah, or my favorite is singing Lamb of God. I said, what does this mean? Lamb of God.
Right. Like, so they're being like, is this a metaphor or something like that? What is a lamb?
No, trust me. And think about it, English really is my second language, like fully. So yeah. I didn't know. I'm like learning. So I'm like, Lamb of what? Lamb of what now? My God, Lamb of God. And they got so passionate. And of course, there was always that bitch in choir, the old lady with the short haircut and glasses who wanted to hit that soprano note.
But she don't hit it. No, she's a half step flat.
Lamb of God. Sorry, I had to pull my fucking.
For me, it was always that like one. It was the one bass singer or the one tenor that is just. Especially Midnight Mass. They're just out singing.
Oh, Midnight Mass! Oh, they love that. It's so funny how we used to do those things. Because did you grow up Catholic as well?
Mm-hmm.
Catholicism, yes. Well, you knew the hymn, of course you did. So yeah, but people love, if you're Catholic, this relates. If you're not, it makes no sense. And I had my best friend growing up, Mike. He came from a Jewish family, so I was part of his bar mitzvah, and I was super, super involved.
You have another best friend?
Yeah, ex-best friend. Sorry, Mike.
Good answer.
he doesn't listen to this podcast. No, but if he does, hey, dude. But so we grew up so I was very much part of the Jewish culture, went to temple with him, etc. But when we did Catholic church,
which one? Wow, words. Sorry, I'm trying to put on more lip gloss, but I don't know which one I want to put on. And I thought this was gold, but this looks like a light pink now, and I'm very upset with myself. That podcast.
I'm sorry. What's that?
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to put on lip gloss.
What's that? What was the thing you said on the podcast eons ago? You said, "What's that?" Or "Where were we?" What did you say? It was something on the lines of, it was a complete hard stop, and she looks at me and says, "I'm sorry, where were we?" Or something like that. And I'm like, what? Of course, I don't fucking remember. But anyway, Lamb of God. But I will tell you that the Catholics loved to do the peace be with you stuff. They love to touch
and also with you
people. Yes, and also with you. They love to touch people. They love to grip your hand with those cold, wrinkly hands.
Who's ready to give me a hug? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh,
Right, like I'm
like
gonna
he
ignore
always gives
you.
me a really
Hi,
tight
nice
nut. Yeah.
lady. You look like a safe person.
Oh, but trust for me, it was also a saving grace because, like, listen, a little John with ADHD in church for an hour, bitch. I'm like, oh my god, finally I can talk. I'm like, peace be with you, bitch. Peace be with
Right,
you, bitch. Peace be
right.
with you, bitch.
And then I would go back to napping because there was one time I definitely did fall asleep.
Oh,
Church.
you did.
Yeah.
So for those non-Catholics, can we tell them what the Christ crackers taste like? The ones that the communion crackers that you get in church?
Yeah, it tastes like nothing.
Tastes like nothing, really. It's the only thing that in my life I've tasted that tastes like nothing. Sorry, Jesus. It really does not taste like anything. Hashtag sleepy Jesus.
Oh god, I was gonna make a really bad joke. I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna make it. It's fine.
Yeah, do not bring the Lamb of God into this, please.
Mm-mm.
God's like, my what? It's my son, stupid. Anyway, humans are the darndest. Anyway, humans do the darndest things. God.
I'll see if I can remember the joke. I wrote down a little bit of it, but I felt bad writing it down anyway. But I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, so I'm sorry, guys.
Oh wow, thank you for essentially cock blocking this entire listening. We have something hilarious and fun. You're not getting it. Hashtag
Yeah.
you can't see me.
Subscribe to our I was gonna say podcast. I meant Patreon.
Subscribe to whatever you'd like to subscribe.
You know what?
People,
say a service.
Vogue.
We're on it. If not, we're on it now.
It's so true. Speaking of subscriptions, did you ever go around? Not to totally derail the podcast again, but
I just
did you
talked
used to
about
sell
my lip
magazines
gloss.
to strangers?
No.
You never had to do the magazine sales for fundraising or anything.
Okay. Here's the thing. Yeah.
You were wealthy. Sorry, we all forget.
Hmm.
I was like, yes, I wore a crown, and the limo never made me sell magazines.
I just didn't go out and do it, and
What about butter braids, bitch? Did you sell butter braids?
I mean, I did. Okay, you know what? Let me backtrack. That is a complete lie. I was a Girl Scout. I sold cookies. I won an award. So
you're a cookie hustler.
So, and then I did do
work.
some butter braids. I did the whole thing where I gave my dad the order form, and he would go to work, and everybody would buy from him. So
God, that's smart. That is super smart.
But I would
Or the
kill
little
for a good
chocolates.
butter braid. If you have a kid, or if you are selling butter braids for like a fundraiser, get into
Totally.
my DMs. Like slide into my
Yeah,
DMs so
100%.
I could order from you because I would love a butter braid.
100%. If
I ain't
you
making
sell
one
butter
for
braids,
myself.
hit up El Pity because I
Please.
have no fucking interest in your nasty ass.
What? Like it's
It's
like
the fact that you have to pay $800 for your kid.
It's like a big ass toaster strudel.
No, actually, no, I'm totally being silly, but I'm totally being sell. But no, really, I would fuck up a butter braid.
Oh my gosh! And then the cookie dough that you had to sell, or the cookie dough from the. I'm gonna make cookies later. I have dough in the fridge, but
The cookie dough and the
do you
dough.
remember the milk trucks that? Oh God, I hope this is not me being like first world problems because I don't know what was like.
Did you have a fucking milk crate? Please don't tell me you had a milk crate.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
wow, you sound very privileged. No, that's okay.
You know, like the blue
okay,
ones, and they had a little thing on it, and then like they would put your milk in there, and then like if.
Oh yes, girl. All my rich friends had that.
Oh my God!
Girl, I'm not even joking. My family, but then Royal Crest Dairy be coming around. Who made it? I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
started having a box too.
Yeah, Royal Crest.
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Crest.
The whole cruise line would just come around and deliver milk from different countries around the world.
That's the cruise line.
Anyway,
so you had milk delivered. Where were you going?
Sometimes we didn't always do it. Like after a while, we were like, "This is dumb," but like they had good cookie
We don't
dough.
want milk every day.
We have this. Well, and to be fair, I think we had to have milk delivered because we didn't have grocery stores. We didn't have a lot of grocery stores. Like we barely had an Albertsons. We barely had an Albertsons.
Yeah, it's hard living in a palace, huh?
No, it was. It wasn't
the royal compound. I could barely leave. There's only a 7-Eleven.
Back then, where I lived, wasn't like known as the rich area yet. So.
No, it was not as up and come and like that. Definitely, but then it became super ritzy for sure, and then now it's definitely taken a different shift because Colorado's growing so much. Like there's not really
exactly
everything
like our
is
back
so diverse. It's
the main road behind the house was a dirt road, so let me just say it that way. So
yeah,
it wasn't always. I promise I'm not like super rich. I promise.
She's currently has diamonds dripping from her neck. She's currently wearing.
They're not real. Okay, they're not real. I
She
mean, this is
has
white sapphires that I bought, but I got this on sale.
She
So
has a ring on every single finger, maybe
no, I
two
do
on some.
not.
No,
No.
she has one. No, LPD. No, LPD. Despite where she comes from, and I'm not poking fun that she does come from any of that. Obviously, I'm joking, but regardless, is super humanized, super humble. You've been through it, girl. It's like
Thank you.
I'm not saying that you grew up
Thanks.
privileged or with a spoon in your mouth by any stretch of imagination.
Thank
So I
you.
want to make that clear. But I
Thank
do
you.
fuck around. Like you are
Yeah.
royalty. Because there are things like when you grow up less than middle class, as we moved into middle class and upper middle class,
Yeah.
there were just like I never went without, I would say, but there was definitely things like everything in our house was like a great value brand. I like Coca-Cola was like unheard of in my house, right?
Oh my god, minus their Alfredo sauce. I have like a personal vendetta against their Alfredo sauce, but Great Value. Oh my god, I love Great Value so much.
Great Value is a
Ugh.
Sam Walton creation, I think. I don't know actually. It's at Walmart, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, they're but I love it. But
Yep.
but my parents, I got to give them super kudos because I admire their ability to be resourceful with money,
Mhm.
along with just honestly just a value. They really get a kick out of value, which is actually a very smart thing to do. I tend to pay for convenience, which is not a great trade. But here we
See,
go.
I'm a girl that loves the Kroger brand too. Like honestly, generic brand, non-name brand stuff just works better for me. Minus Alfredo sauce.
Is there okay? So what is the thing that you have to? So you mentioned Alfredo sauce. Who do you get your Alfredo sauce from?
Ragu. But that's also only like $2. He's getting his pizza, don't worry. Oh, so I have to talk now. So anyways,
Oh no, my door. I don't live in a giant mansion, LP. So my door is right next to my computer. Sorry. Nope, I'm back, folks. Sorry.
I don't live in a
live
giant
tiny
mansion
little
either.
apartment
I
in
don't.
downtown Denver.
Oh,
Should I have to talk like, no, bitch, I'm back. No, what's great is so I kid, but I love my little area, but I have a delivery box right outside my door.
How cute.
So like you can, so you can put stuff, but they put the pizza in the delivery box, which is so like, the reason I didn't go get it, I was like, oh, it'll just be on the top of it, which is what they usually do.
Yeah.
But this lady put it inside the box, and she's going to get an even larger tip from me.
Good on her.
I tell you what.
Good on you for giving her a larger tip. I would also give her a larger
100%.
tip. I wish I had a delivery
And the best
box.
part, had I known that exactly,
You're
I know
rich.
I wouldn't have left. I'm rich. I'm wealth. No, as my bestie, as my good Judy Ryan says to me the other day, I said, "Girl, I am poor." She said, "Bitch, you're not poor. You're broke." I said, "You know what? Truer words have never been spoken."
Yes, like my bills get paid eventually. My bills get paid. I always have a place to live because my rent's always paid. Like unless there's that one time where I just don't do math and I forget to pay $200 of it, then I get a call like, "Hey, you're late on your rent." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was I have still to this day. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know how I got that math. I don't know what I did.
I think everyone. Sometimes knowingly, but I think especially as adults, I've encountered this in recent history too, where you just forget shit. You're like, one of my bills I just stopped paying for 2 months. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then it lapsed, but we were talking about that before the pod too. It's like,
which I have a similar bill, so we're
It's
not going to
just
tell you what
crazy
the bills are. Don't worry about it. Worry about your own bills, because I'm
Worry about your own fucking bills. Bill, don't worry about my fucking bills or what I'm doing, motherfucker.
But make sure you go to lpittycollection.com because your girl's broke.
That is true. And speaking of going to lpitty.com.
Yes, lpittycollection.com. Don't go to lpitty.com. Don't go to lpitty.com right now because it is currently down. I messed something up with that one, so my bad.
Oh, yes. I like that you were exclaiming that message as if you were in a rock concert. Do not go to lpitty. Just do not. Stop. Do not go to lp.com. Stop. Wrong website. I'm like, does she hear music?
Because she said lpitty.com. You didn't say lpitty collection. So I was like,
stop. Wrong fucking website. No, but she's right. lpittycollection.com. And speaking of, which you're going to laugh why I'm. Speaking of lpittycollection.com, which of course is your URL online.
Yes.
And online, we recently asked a poll question on our Twitter, #thatpodcast.com.
Yes.
We asked last week, we had a funny segment about some of the jingles. We went into other episodes as well, but we asked the world, what do you guys honestly think is the dumbest jingle? And we had a battle between 1-800-CONTACTS, that of course is 1-800-CONTACTS. And then we of course have the Red Robin jingle, which Lori made, which is a great point out, Biddy. Red Robin.
Yum. Real quick. I know that I was part of this poll and stuff like that. The question said which one is the dumbest one, not which one is the better one? Because I realized I voted in our poll and I might have voted incorrectly.
Well, okay, you sound a little bit like Donald Trump right now. You are in Arizona demanding a recount. This is a little triggering for me in elections.
I'm not demanding a recount. I am just letting
I
you
am
know
totally joking.
that I
You
might have
said
voted
that.
incorrectly.
No, but you're right. I did word
And I
the
also
question
want to audit
interesting.
the ballot box. Just kidding.
Exactly. I want to see the real votes. I want to
Yes.
see who
Guess
cast it on.
whose ballot was a part of that audit? Multiple audits. Mine.
Yours, mine as well. And it might have been all us responding, but anyway, we asked just so El Pity's clear now. What do you think? Which is the dumbest, the 1-800-CONTACT jingle or the Red Robin Burgers jingle? We of course tagged these organizations, which I'm sure they appreciate, and with a whopping 75%, 1-800-CONTACT won because I forgot the S on the poll. Just one contact.
1-800 one contact.
But we already had votes, so I couldn't delete the poll. I was like, we're too far down. So 1-800-CONTACT is 75%, and Red Robin is 25%. And I'm glad you admitted your wrongdoing here by voting inadvertently for the wrong thing.
Yeah. I swore I read which one is the better jingle, and so I voted for 1-800-CONTACT.
Just one.
Just one. Un contact.
Un contact. 1-800-CONTACT. Which actually would work because there's one contact. That would actually work because there's enough letters.
Yes.
And numbers. I love that people still use numbers. Like, I don't even know that our phones have the letters on it anymore. Do they?
Let's see.
Like, if you go to the dialer phone,
yeah,
can you dial contacts? You have it on an Android?
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
I don't. That means I'm better than you.
Yes, iPhone people are so elitist. No, I have it as well on an iPhone, which actually surprises me because iPhone never has anything.
You're right. I have a question. I don't know if this was somebody just trolling with like Photoshop and shit, but is it true the newest iPhone update, like you could take selfies and the time can be behind your head now or something like that when you put it on the lock screen? I don't know.
The time can be.
I just saw
that's really interesting.
That would be very easy to Photoshop, obviously. So I don't know if that was true or not, but if that is, let me know. But I don't have an iPhone, nor do I really care.
Let me call real quick the CEO of Apple, which we all know, of course, is I think Tim Cook.
Don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care.
Yep. His name is Timothy Donald Cook. He's an American business executive and engineer who is the chief executive officer of Apple Inc. Wow. I cannot believe that he's been serving literally since 2011. That's a long time. What's amazing is he's 61, and he has a net worth of $1.8 billion.
Shit.
Amazing. It's a lot of money, bro.
Maybe you should, I don't know, do something with that money. I don't know.
I think he's queer, too. I think he might be a gay person.
Yeah, see, I thought he was married to a woman.
Yeah. No, you're spreading fake news, Trump. In 2014, Tim Cook. I don't know. She's not Trump. I want to be very clear. And you know what's the worst? We're probably going to get hate because we said his name. Damn it. But anyway.
Your hate is warranted because we agree.
We agree. No, I mean the hate from the people who might love him. But anyway, in 2014,
don't care.
Tim Cook became the first CEO of a major company to come out as gay. He says that he's happy about that distinction and his decision. So that was in 2014. So that's pretty huge.
I didn't know that. That's very cute. I love that.
And he says being gay is God's greatest gift to me. Pretty good.
I wish I was gay sometimes. I mean, let's be real.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, I think there's some things that suck about it, no doubt. Like there's things like with anything, like being an ostracized group. Like, yes, it's like mouths on peepees. But no, being gay is super fun. And very deviant. Hashtag being gay is fun. Hashtag coming out. But yeah, Pity. So that is
out. He wants
what's really funny.
Got to let it show. He's coming. He's coming.
I guess the coming out song makes sense as opposed to just changing it to "He's gay." I'm coming out. He's gay. He's gay.
He's
That's Spanish laughing. Anyway,
Michael Jackson sunflower.
Michael Jackson song for he's gay.
No, wait, hold up. We're not saying.
No, Michael Jackson. We're not saying anything. We're not
Yeah.
calling anyone gay.
Yeah, we're not going.
Except for Tim Cook, who called himself gay. So anyway, speaking of Christmas, have you gone Christmas shopping, girl? Just kidding. So that was our poll, folks. Money Under Context is the superior shitty song. And what's funny is I did ask, what's the dumbest song? And nobody's laughing hysterically. I'm going to keep rolling. And then I asked what the dumbest song is on our podcast, and then someone comments that our podcast is dumb, and we get offended by it, which is my fave. But this is a dumb show.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think it's dumb. I think it's stupid with 3 O's. I just believe that in my heart.
Good Lord, 3 O's. Okay.
Stupid.
I will write that down, I guess. 1, 2,
That's
3.
a little call out from our boy CJ. But anyway,
What up, CJ?
beyond.
You better not be a best friend.
Yes. So tell us, girl. So there is some other piping hot news before we wrap this show, of course. There's some piping hot news right now hitting the internet, and I think it's super fascinating.
No, not gonna do that. Never mind. I was gonna make a poop joke. I'm sorry.
Wow. It's late in the night when caca jokes are going to get El Pity laughing. She's like, hee poop.
You know what? I woke up at like 5 this morning and I was just like wide awake and I'm like, let me just try to lay down. Let me do this. Let me this. Nope.
Interesting.
So I was like, oh, it's 6. I'm just going to start working. And here we are.
What time do you poop in the morning? We're all curious.
I don't know.
Is it range?
I don't track that.
Mine ranges. Oh, interesting. You should. So next time you have to tell us. Okay. Speaking of poop, what's the shit that's going down on the internet, girl?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
So there is this super famous group who got really up and coming. Well, they were up and coming, and of course now they're super famous. And they
was coming a little too much.
Exactly. Now they started El Pity on BuzzFeed. Is that right?
Yes, they started on BuzzFeed.
And we are of course talking about the Try Guys.
Yes, the Try Guys. Try Guys. That's not their theme song at all. And if you are a listener of that podcast, you know that I am a huge fan of the Try Guys. So. And
I like to try, guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Tough crowd, folks. Tough crowd.
I winked. In my head, I was like, ding, like as I was agreeing with you, but exactly.
Ding. So these Try Guys fellows have decided to try their hand at some other things, apparently.
At cheating. Apparently.
So to be clear, allegedly one of the 5 guys.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, and not 5 guys, Try Guys. They one of the folks got accused of cheating.
Yes. So
the details are interesting. Well, tell us,
because they're like even more like I think I am missing a text thread. Nope. Whatchamacallit? No, I think I have it. I have it here. Let me just make sure. Nope, that is not it. We have some more details, some alleged details about how long this relationship happened too. But so Try Guys, one of them got fired for cheating, and not only just cheating, but cheating with one of their. Let me make sure I get her title correct. Production manager cheated with a production manager. Yes. Nope. Now, Ned is a married man who has 2 children. So please do not bring your children to this or I'll fight you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to be clear, the Try Guys are 4 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all married, or 3 of them are married to females?
2 are married, 1 is engaged, and 1 has a partner, which is regular old.
And all these
I would say a regular old partner, but his partner is also gorgeous. So. Yes.
Oh, I love that. So the partners or just the wives have a podcast?
Yes. Well, and the partner is now I don't know what will happen with the podcast, but the partner joined the podcast too, called You Can Sit With Us. So
So the four Try Guys have spouses who also have a podcast within the same production company. So just to give
exactly.
you guys a little bit lay of the land, I'm learning all of this new as well. So I just want to be clear about
Yes.
what
Yes.
this org is because it's super fascinating.
It is. So, what happened was, oh my God. Sorry, I gotta make sure I have like everything up. Where did that? Is it this one? Make sure it's this one. I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
So one of the Try Guys, his name is Ned.
Yes.
And this is the guy who was allegedly accused of cheating with the production manager, as LP said, on
Yes.
his wife, who also works at the production.
Yes. And Ned
As a
is
podcaster.
known as the guy that is like, my wife, my wife. He just says my wife all the time. Like that is his brand. That is what he is. So it was very shocking to hear that Ned was cheating. So what had happened was, first it started going around on Reddit that while the Try Guys were in New York earlier this month, at a Harry Styles concert. Oh my gosh, I'm
Choice.
skin. Yes, choice, good choice. They saw, or at a club. No, they were at a club between 1 and 3 in the morning, is what I found out. But they were like making out. Like they were not hiding at all. They were just in the middle of a club, just making out. So,
Wow. And what's interesting is they're internet famous, right? So there's a certain level of like these people don't have paparazzi, right? There's not like you would think TMZ is not rolling around watching
right.
these YouTubers.
Well, now
But-
they are because they did definitely paparazzi Ned and his wife earlier today. So, yeah, they're still
Together.
yeah. Well, they're still not together, but they still are wearing their wedding rings together. Well, yeah, they're not together. There's one of like Ned running, and then there's one of Ariel, just on her phone. So,
And they both have their wedding rings on still.
they both have their wedding rings on.
Interesting.
Yes, so that came
But
out
here's also what's interesting. So allegedly the internet is going crazy, and obviously these allegations are true. But we do not know how monogamous they are, respectfully, in their marriage either.
Exactly.
Right? You were mentioning that yesterday. We were having a slight talk on it. Is we don't know the rules of this.
Exactly. Like, and I know it's not going to be a video. If this is a video for the Try Guys and they went through all this to be like, Ned's out of the group, like we caught him cheating, like, oh, and like Alex was just got engaged too. She was planning her wedding, like they did a video about her wedding, like where the Try Guys try on bridesmaids dresses and they choose who's gonna be in whose wedding. So, which I need to watch back now.
So they
'cause I can
try
see
on things, and they also try things, right?
Exactly. That's their whole thing.
So here's so that's that's a good point, Uppity, because you would think if they're
I
trying
just keep
something,
nodding
this
like this.
yes, because it could be very well a test for the internet, right? You could say, how quickly are you ready to dump this guy or this female, like with these allegations? So I don't think so, but maybe. I think it's a good point.
And I am looking at, so this one is not confirmed, but I do see this, floating around. So I do want to provide this update. But let me go through my notes real quick. So a person caught them making out at a New York club. But the big thing, what got people talking too, is that people were noticing that Try Guys videos were being edited. So the intros I didn't catch. Also, I was behind on some Try Guys videos, but like the intros right now is like them promoting like a windbreaker outfit, which is super cute. I wish I had it because I support the other guys still. But please stop texting me. I am podcasting. Lord.
And how did they edit it now?
So it's just the 3 guys. So like.
Oh, so they changed the intros now. It's 3 dudes.
It's just 3 dudes.
Wow.
But like sometimes when they're promoting stuff, not all the guys are there to like shoot the promo stuff. So, sometimes it's okay with like guys missing out of there too. So, but there was a promo pic with Ned in it for that brand. So they're like, well, why is he not in the intro? So there was that. So there was another screen grab where one of the baking videos, it was phoning in. Ned was a judge. That was just now that I think back watching it, I'm like, oh, I did notice the background. Also, why were there 2 judges only? Oh, I remember what they said. Nope, that wasn't related because that's why the other guy came in. But they were like, yeah, there was supposed to be somebody from the LA Times, like food critic, supposed to be here, but there was only 2 judges, and I was confused. Like, there's only 2 judges. This is weird. But there's evidence showing
Call that out.
Yes, Ned was the 3rd judge, but he was cut out. They recently had a stand-up episode where they tried stand-up comedy, and it was just the three guys, Eugene, Keith, and Zach.
So
But
it's almost like it was a staggered phase out.
because all
Interesting.
this, the making out stuff was apparently caught back at the beginning of September.
Wow. And the
Mhm.
news really didn't hit until earlier this week, right? I mean, it was really
Yeah,
pretty new
because
news.
the photos started to go around that one person, the person that saw them making out at the New York club, sent to Alex's fiance, and then Alex's fiance called Ned's wife to be like, I just had, and he was like, I had an hour talk with her, and holy shit, and blah blah blah. So
Wow.
yeah.
So to catch everyone up who's not familiar with it, we have a try guy, allegedly Ned, who cheated on his wife, who also works for the Try Guys organization. He cheated on his wife with this production manager, and forgive me, I don't know everybody's name in this situation. And the result of him cheating has ultimately resulted in this individual Ned being fired from the Try Guys publicly and no longer part of the org because of extramarital cheating with people within the organization.
Exactly.
Now, if that is not sticky, I don't know what fucking is.
And everybody's like, well, what about Alex? What about Alex? If you don't work in a leadership role and you don't know the whole like logistics of HR, like the repercussions and stuff like that, people can sue. Not only just Ned or Alex or vice, but if people in the office were aware of it or saw it, they can sue for emotional damage. There's a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah, financial repercussions. And to your point, when we first dove into the story, I had a hard time calibrating with the thought that first of all, I've been cheated on. So this is great vengeance for all of us who've been cheated on. Fuck yeah, a cheater got caught and cheaters get consequences. Fuck you, guy. Allegedly. But one thing that I will say is I was fascinated that you could get fired from your job for cheating on your wife. Again, I know that sounds like a really broad, crass statement, but that to me didn't have correlation until we found out, to El Pity's point, Alex, the wife, works with him.
Yeah, so
and there's
Ariel's
a power
the
dynamic,
wife,
right?
his wife, yeah.
Oh,
Alex is
Alex
the one that
who
he
was
cheated with.
with.
So yeah.
Alex is the cheatee, for lack of better words.
Yes.
Ned, and then Ariel is the wife.
Yes. So
the current wife.
yes. So Ariel, when we say that she works with the company, she works because they have the podcast through the Try Guys company. But Alex, not only is she, what did I say, production manager? Yep, that's what I wrote down. Production manager. She is also a duo that is under. Stop texting me. She is a duo under Try Guys. Oh, called Food Babies. So she's also a YouTube personality.
On their specific brand.
Exactly.
That is just that has muddied and made the water very murky for this company.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yes. So video intros were edited. Apparently, he was out of the last 3 podcasts. I did not confirm that. I didn't go back and look because I totally forgot. Alex's now ex-fiance has unfollowed her, obviously, on all social media. YB, the other half of Food Babies.
Well, and so Alex was engaged prior to this?
Yeah, she was engaged. She just got engaged
this broke off her engagement as well. Okay, wow, interesting.
Yes, because once again, they had a wedding video where, so the video was the Try Guys try on bridesmaids' dresses. But what they were doing is they have 3 people kind of within the company that were newly engaged and planning their wedding. So that was both the Food Babies, which was YB and Alex. YB also got engaged this year. And then Maggie, which is Zach's fiance. So they got, congratulations.
This sounds like my high school reunion, all these random ass
I know, right?
Zach and Ned and Rebecca, Ariel, Alex.
Exactly. Then there was me like, hey, I'm here too. It's fine.
Like, hey there,
Larry. What up?
So that's nuts to me. So yeah, so he's now been canned. And are there other details that you've made a call out on the deep dive you've done?
So
this is for you love these guys, right? So
yeah.
This is like hot piping news for El Pity and a lot of people in Try Guys world.
Yes.
I respect it because I know who these fuckers are. And actually the Try Guys are really the reason that BuzzFeed really allegedly locked down on their contracts and their creative control of their people, because Try Guys blew up and became their own thing.
Yeah.
And BuzzFeed wasn't able to capitalize on it, unfortunately.
Well, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find this screenshot now. Let's see. So I was reading something on good old BuzzFeed yesterday, and the part about this story. So not only was it about Ned, but celebrities who cheat on their wife, even though they're called wife guys because they always mention
Such a
their wives.
BuzzFeed thing. It's like
Yeah.
top 10 people who cheated on their wives.
Right.
It wasn't like that, was it? Was it like a?
No, it was not.
Okay, I just gotta make sure because it sounds. I was like, that's hilarious.
So, this in their article that they wrote, Redditors have been digging around and believe that he cheated on Ariel with producer Alex Herring, a member of the Try Guys staff and another former BuzzFeed employee. She has not made any public statement about the allegations. Full disclosure, BuzzFeed Inc. has a financial stake in Second Try LLC, which is Try Guys'
Oh, so
company.
they do? I had no idea. I thought they were completely separate.
I did too. Didn't know that. Didn't
Wow.
know that.
But that makes sense. They probably did a strategic investment or something. Again, I
Yes.
don't know the details of their financial relationship, but
Exactly.
that's fascinating. Wow.
So, going back to Food Babies, so YB, the other half of the Food Babies, hasn't followed both Ned and Alex, even though like YB and Alex were really good friends. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to be in each other's wedding somewhat, you know? Um, Also, just to state, Ned and Zach, a lot of people are getting those two confused. So, it is Ned Fulmer. It's not Zach
That's the
Fulmer.
guy.
Mhm.
They all look, I mean, I don't know them terribly well, but the Ned, you know, I'm not trying to shade on him at all. He was definitely for me the least recognizable face
Mhm.
of the group. I was like, who?
Yeah.
Ned?
The guy with the glasses. No,
But,
no. There's two guys with
nope, not
glasses and
him.
neither of him. So, but what I found today was because, of course, I'm like, well, how long has this been going on? Because now I'm gonna go back and be like, oh, well, now I gotta inspect these videos to see if there was like any funny business between them. You know, funny
Exactly.
business. But so I'm not gonna go through this whole post. And once again, this is not confirmed. This was on a verified Instagram account from the screenshot. Not sure if that's true either. So, but it's Dumoy, Deuxmoi, Dumois. There we go. I don't know, but that's their username. Apparently, they're verified. Not sure, not what platform. Don't know. But this is the screenshot that is going around, and this tweet
I
has.
think they're saying do me in French.
Ah, I like that.
She said
Hot.
do moi. I said
Yes.
hot. Nice. Anyway,
So,
hashtag do moi.
so I'm pretty sure this is not real, but I thought it was spicy. So,
Oh,
uh,
tell us the spice.
I'm not going to read through it because I don't know if it's real.
Oh,
But rumors that are going around is that this relationship was started back in 2021. There's rumors that Alex's fiance went through her phone and saw messages from Ned and was like, "Stay off my bitch," you know. Well, he didn't say that, but once again, this is just hearsay. This is not. This is all
mhm.
alleged. This is not me saying this is exactly what happened because guess what? Even if I did say that's what happened, I was never there. I did not follow him around and be
Exactly.
like,
This evidence would not hold in the people's court. That we do know.
Not at all. Not at
No.
all. So, but pretty much this is saying that they got found out in New York too. Like apparently Ariel found out right after she landed and then just flew right back to LA once she found out what was going on. So, but I don't think that's right. I'm not sure. So once again, can't confirm that because there's also the Vegas picture too, because Keith just did a eat the menu, but it was eat the buffet. And there's a
Oh,
picture of them in Vegas, and clearly Alex and Ned is are are up in there, uh, in the
together.
picture.
So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
but they weren't in
So
the
maybe this
video.
has been. What's interesting is you have to think. At least I have to believe, infidelity is not something much like hurting someone or worse. It just doesn't work as a prank, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't work as a gotcha. I don't know that anyone, if this is a public stunt, a PR stunt, I don't know that anyone would forgive this because this is so deep, right?
hmm
But here's the reality. Whatever the case, like we've talked about in all press, similar to TanaCon a couple years ago, hashtag TanaCon, is people are talking about it. And that's
Yes,
almost more beneficial to the brand itself than anything.
yes,
And so I think that, again, kudos to that piece of the news to put the Try Guys, they're trending. I'm talking about them. I probably know their names now that I never did. And I think that puts people like that on the map. Again, I'm not saying that didn't have a level of fame prior to this controversy, but controversy definitely lends itself to views, going viral, etc., etc. So
Yes.
that's the tea. So do you think it's real?
I think, I mean, if they really, there's no way they could just fake this. And
That's how I feel, right? It's
if
like
they did try to
this
fake this, and they're just like, oh, holy shit, we didn't realize the response that this would get. Really? You know? I do want to mention too that they went to one video a week, and they announced that before they announced that Ned was fired. So we were already speculating like what is going on. They needed to say something. What's going on? Which I'm very glad that Second Try LLC was like, oh yeah, we need to make an announcement. And since you guys have found the photos on Reddit, we're gonna address it. So we already knew that one video a week meant they're crazy editing their videos, their previous videos that they shot and already finished and put it in post and all that stuff, going back to edit him out, edit Ned out. So
totally.
like,
And you have to think like now knowing that BuzzFeed has some sort of financial relationship with this LLC.
yeah, allegedly, because that's what the BuzzFeed article said. So who's to say that they're like, they come back, they're like, BuzzFeed doesn't have a stake in us, we're gonna sue you now. So now they just got more legal problems.
But see, that's I feel like BuzzFeed calling that out on BuzzFeed has to be on some level legit. Like,
Yeah.
why would you? But the other reason I think
But it's
there's
also
truth
BuzzFeed.
to it. Yeah, what the hell? Well, it's true.
Right.
But the other flip side I think about is if BuzzFeed is the, I'll call, major stakeholder in the organization, and I don't know that they are, right? This is all allegation and hearsay, right?
Mhm.
But say they are, there's a bigger need for an organization like BuzzFeed to ensure that the HR compliance is met, not a bunch of guys who have a company together.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like because if that's the case, that they would be, that we've seen things like this in the past, right? Where power dynamic overtakes ethics, and I think ethics come into play not only having a good group of people like they are, but again maybe a push from an organization that says, hey, well, this is bad.
But if it's just solely them, I mean, no matter what, this is affecting their whole company. This is affecting their paycheck. Obviously, people are gonna start unfollowing them. I went onto their Twitter yesterday, and it they lost like 1,000 followers at least that I noticed. So on there, but I don't know how many subscribers they lost on YouTube if they did. So, you know, but I mean, obviously, you're gonna get some unfollowers to be like, oh my god, you know.
Just because the controversy is just there's no time for any of that for some people, and it's
exactly, yeah.
Because some people are genuinely here for the silliness and the fun, but part of this, and while we're talking about it, is because it's super pertinent. It went very viral, and again, it's fascinating that something that it just goes to show you that you can't be unaffected by things in your personal life, in your corporate life, right? Things tend to blend if you're not either A, separating them, or B, working in an ethical way, right? And especially when it comes to relationships, that stuff all comes back around. I've really noticed that, especially in life and career. So, I guess the moral of the story is be a good person and good will come to you.
Exactly.
But I think Jesus Christ said that.
I was there.
That was 2000 BC. No, actually, that was before Christ. Never mind. That must have been AD. No, that's after he died. Never mind. In the middle. DC during Christ. It was in 1990 DC during Christ. Wait, what do you call that? So there's after death and before Christ.
Yeah.
What do you call the middle period?
Zero.
I don't know that that's true, but what do you call that? Paleolithic? I don't know. I'm just trying to use a word, but tough crowd tonight, folks. My name is John Joanne. Thank you for the time today. Thank you.
I can't even laugh at that because I don't know what you just said.
No, I was saying I don't know anymore. Nonetheless,
I'm not going to try to write that word down. I'm not that smart. I'm kind of smart. Like 7.
No, you're very smart, El Pity.
7.
But I do appreciate the tea. I am so quenched with tea thirst now.
Yes.
Anything else you want to throw out on the Try Guys drama?
You know what? I'm just going to wrap up this whole week. The end of Mercury retrograde is October 2nd. So this craziness should be over soon for the Irish.
That's interesting. There has been some really mixed things. I will say Mercury retrograde, beyond the Try Guys drama, I had a really unique week this week, El Pity. I was at a stoplight. Okay?
Yes.
I was at a dead stop. And what's amazing is I was not at fault.
What's amazing is that I was not at fault. Okay.
I want to be.
Are you usually?
I'm typically at fault.
Okay.
But I'm sitting in my truck at a red light, and someone comes speeding behind me and rear ends the tail of my truck. What's crazy is this doesn't sound extreme, but I was at a complete stop. Me and my puppers, Cookie was next to me. Cookie's okay. Thank you for asking. I'm kidding. The listening audience, LPD asked a long time ago. Of course, that was the first thing she asked. But LPD's back. But my back genuinely hurts. My lower back hurts. So Frank Azar, if you're listening, I need you this week. Strong arm. But this gentleman's truck, his airbags deployed, LPD.
That's crazy.
So this man, I don't know when or what dictates an airbag, but I believe it's a heavy impact, right? At a pretty large speed.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that. But the man, it's terrible. He got out of his car. He's like, I'm okay. I'm like, well, that's good. I'm glad you're okay. But I had no idea why he was saying that because it seemed like just a kind of a fender bender, like pretty extreme. But I will tell you, I told Pity this. I didn't brace myself, right? Because I didn't see him hit me.
Yeah.
So I just got hit. And then all of a sudden, like, you just don't know what happens when you get in a car accident or accidents at large. So, but that's been my Mercury retrograde experience. I'm just like, my God. And then there's some other details that I won't share on the pod that were just frustrating about the situation, right? Where you don't know if insurance is legitimate and or you'll get a claim. And then, of course, now I'm super... I don't want to call it frustrated because I do tend to stand in gratitude even in shitty situations. But like, it just sucks that right now I have a hurt back. Like my truck has the back of it is totally fucked up. But again, I want to be clear. I stand in gratitude because I'm okay. The individual that hit me is okay. No one else was hurt. And of course, Cookie's fine. So that is where we stand in gratitude and we can be grateful. But it's okay, guys. Even being the most positive individuals, and I'm certainly not, but I do tend to lean into positivity. It's okay to realize things fucking suck sometimes, right? Yeah. And that situation is not great, but the good news is we're privileged enough. We can afford to get it repaired, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, talk about a shitty experience during retrograde.
Yeah, all I had to do was just change my phone number.
Yeah, well, that's a big deal. I mean, after how many years, Pity, did you have to change your phone number? That's insane to me. I still can't believe you changed your phone number.
I know. 20 years. It was 20 years this year, so.
That is.
It might have been 21 years. I forgot how to do math because I got the number in 2001 and this is 2022. So 21 years.
Wow. Well, I hope you can get through this very tough, arduous.
Well, now it's not as special because I thought it was 20 years. So now I'm not sad.
Wait, how many years are you saying? 12 years?
So I got the number in 2001.
Okay, so 21 years.
Yeah, 21 years. Yeah.
That's 20 years.
But it's 20 years, but it's not 20 years on the dot.
Oh, you thought you were doing like, I got you. You thought you were doing like on the dot.
Yeah, like I thought I was doing like something fancy, but no.
No, just blackjack, baby. Blackjack.
Blackjack, yes.
Yes. But yeah, no, the life's been crazy. I am very much looking forward for the plans to align and get out of their Gatorade mode.
Yeah.
Because they are being haterades.
I need it to be powder. I need Powerade, not haterade.
That's exactly right. Haterade, not here. Mercury haterade. But yeah, no, hopefully that lends itself to a really good week. We, of course, again, want to wish everyone in the Florida area super, super well. Especially someone who's on the ground, of course, and that is Jim Cantori.
Good job! Yay!
No problem. Taking notes. Hashtag paper, hashtag pen.
Thanks.
Hashtag pen and paper.
You know what? Thanks to all the weather trackers out there for tracking the storm and informing the public and stuff like that. Please be safe, but, you're doing a good job for people. Motherfuckers.
That's right. LP took the words right out of my mouth.
I really do mean it. I really do mean it. But seriously,
she does mean it, and so do I. Good for you, guys.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys don't realize how much you're doing for communities. So good on you. Roop, roop.
We love it, and it all starts with the demigod of weather, Al Roker.
Every kiss begins with K.
Yes. I thought you were just saying a slur to me. I'm like, okay, let's say that for after the show.
Oh, wow.
She's like, hey. I'm like, wow. Okay, like that can wait. And then I realized she was singing a jingle. Yeah. Well, let's not go into a jingle conversation again.
Yes.
But every kiss begins with gay. I'm like, mine do definitely.
Nothing wrong
with
that.
LPD. None at all. But we will ask the world if you guys know who Mr. Jimmy Johns is on the Weather Channel. Of course, I'm just kidding. Jimmy Cantor.
Oh, I was like,
Cantori. We're not going to that. But listen, we love you guys. Of course, you guys know you can get engaged with us. We do have a website, #thatpodcast.com.
Mhm.
My name is John John.
I'm El Pity.
And we are
That podcast.
We love you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye. I love you. Bye bye.